Well, good evening, guys. Actually, I realized I never start videos at night, but I'm about to go to bed, and we don't have any heat, and we don't have any hot water. So I just took a cold shower, which honestly wasn't that bad, because I know it's healthy for you, I know it's good for your muscles, but I'm about to go to bed, and I feel cold already. So hopefully this keeps out a little bit of that chill, because it's supposed to get down to 6 degrees tonight, which is about 42 Fahrenheit. So it's not freezing yet, but it's going to be pretty chilly. So let's see what happens. These are normally warm, but the whole day it's been off. Luckily I have my comfy PJs. Whew. But yeah, I'm going to get to bed, guys. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Good night. Let's do this, I guess. Good night. Well, good morning, everyone. It's like 8 a.m. I can show you the temperature. This says 8. It's about 7 degrees according to Google. And then there's still no heat. But I was pretty cozy last night in my blankets. And let me close this so I don't lose more heat. This is my favorite thing I ever bought. This little thing. It says it's still 20 degrees in my house. So luckily I have really good insulation, so my place keeps heat pretty well. My eyes are much better. Maybe they don't look better. My mom sent me a voicemail saying, please go to the doctor. It still looks swollen. She was worried that it was hazy, but I feel it getting significantly better every day. This morning was the first day I woke up without a million eye crusties. So luckily my eyes stopped producing all that whatever that crap is, and actually I can see fine. I'm confident that it's going to be better in a few days. It just needs some more time to rest. But yeah, day 2, no heat, no hot water. This is life in Ukraine during the start of winter, guys.
We're heading into another winter. Moscow targets Kyiv region after a lengthy calm. Kyiv hit by first air attack in 52 days, according to authorities. So what Russia has been doing the last couple months is saving up their missiles and drones. Yes, they still do occasional strategic strikes, but their plan has always been, they state this on Kremlin State TV, to go after Ukraine's energy infrastructure again this winter, to deprive as many civilians as possible of electricity, heat, and running water. These are war crimes. Russia doesn't care.
So as you can see, we have no electricity, but we have good company. We have homemade pie.
Yes, homemade.
No, it's a secret.
Yeah, of course.
With only the best money.
But actually, it's very cozy, guys. I'm not kidding, you guys. I'd rather be here right now in the dark with these guys sitting here in Ukraine than be anywhere in the world.
Johnny, your hand, that's my leg, Johnny.
Who needs heat when you have a hot coffee? So this is kind of like a little preview. It kind of reminds me of what life under the Russian attacks were like last year. It was way worse because first, the closer you get to like December, January, the longer the shorter the days are, so the longer there's darkness. So right now it's like 8 in the morning, but it's pretty bright. But man, during like January last year, I remember it was just dark all the time. Like it was like you had a few hours of daylight and that's it. You know, like you'd wake up and be dark, and 4 p.m. it'd be dark, and you'd be like, oh my god. So I'd be sitting here a lot with no electricity. Now I have lights at least. I'd be sitting here with a candle with my little LED light, and obviously I couldn't use my espresso machine because there was no electricity. But luckily I have gas burners, so as long as you have matches or you have a lighter, the gas was still working. And if the gas didn't work, I had a backup little camping stove type situation, the same that we bought the dog shelter the other day. So yeah, there's always a way to survive, guys. There's always a way. Let's not waste electricity here. And guys, I will be honest, I don't need to suffer, even though the radiator is off. I have air conditioning or a mini split. For those who have never had the pleasure of owning a mini split, these are really popular in Thailand, throughout Asia. And I used to think that they were just air conditioners. Turns out they're these magical devices that are kind of like climate bouncers. So instead of just heating air or cooling air to come in and out like a normal air conditioner does, they literally exchange hot and cold air molecules from outside and indoors. So like instead of like a hot and cold molecule fighting each other out, it's more like a bouncer that says, okay, you hot, you can come inside. You cold, you go outside. So they're really efficient. They're not even like 100% efficiency. They're like 400% efficiency. So for every 1 watt of electricity, you can actually create 4 watts of of cooling or heat, which is crazy. Like look it up. They're amazing. I don't know why we don't have these in the US. They're the best thing in the world. I think we're just so comfortable having central heat where we want every single room to be the exact same temperature or central cooling. And we don't want to look at this thing on the wall, which I don't mind, to be honest. Like, yeah, you do have to have one in each room. So it's preventative if you have like a giant house, which I really believe that most people in America have houses that are way too big. Like nobody needs to live in a 3,000 square foot house. You know, nobody needs 5 bedrooms, especially if you have no kids. But anyways, it's actually off right now, as you can see. But if it gets colder, I will turn it on. I just don't want to waste electricity if I don't have to. So the other thing that's gonna warm me up is this nice hot chicken soup. Well, now it's cold, I gotta heat it up. But I made this last night, and I think this is gonna be good. A little bit of this brown bread I bought at the store. While I'm heating up my soup, I realized something, guys. I don't have a toaster. I mean, I literally have an espresso maker, I have a kettle, I have like a Instapot mini cooker, but I don't have a toaster. Because out of all the appliances, why do you need a toaster when you can just toast bread like this? And it doesn't take that much time. It literally takes a minute to toast. And if I wanted to, I can like put some cheese on there, melt it. Why even take up counter space to the toaster? I mean, I know they're not expensive, but it's like one extra thing to have. Out of all the appliances, I'd rather just not have that. And Americans are funny because every American I know has a toaster, but very few of them actually have a water boiler. This is so much easier than filling up a kettle and then putting it on here. But I guess it would be the same thing, right? It's like kind of the same concept of putting the toaster on or boiling water. But I guess people in Europe and Asia, we make tea a lot more than we make toast. So that's why we have that. What do you have? Do you have a toaster? Do you have a hot water boiler, like electric thing? Or do you have both? Let me know. And tell me where you're from. Guys, this is like the perfect breakfast on a cold day. Nice hot chicken soup, little brown bread with some butter. YouTube, guys. Oh my god, guys. It's really cold. As you see, I went outside. I decided to finally leave my warm, somewhat cozy house. Well, somewhat warm, somewhat cozy house. I'm going to the gym, which luckily is right across the street. And of course I got my pair of gym shoes in here because it's wet out. It would be cozy, nice to go to a restaurant or stay home, but I haven't been to the gym in a while, guys. What's crazy is it's a weekend and there's nobody outside just because it's cold and a little bit rainy. Like there's not even that many cars. This will be my first time at the gym since I got the eye infection almost 2 weeks ago. It's another reason why I don't like having an umbrella. When it's windy, it's hard to hold. So I got my pre-workout, diesel shot. My headphones, my special. Let's go work out. Guys, I just ran into a viewer, Olga. How you doing?
I'm good,
Good, and you recognize me from my videos?
Yes, I recognized you from your videos from YouTube.
Okay, and my question is, like, are you going to stay in the winter? Were you here last year?
Yeah, I was here last year. I'm planning to stay here this year. I'm planning to stay here for all my life.
Wow.
The mayor of Kyiv has warned of an apocalypse scenario this winter if Russia keeps up its airstrikes on energy infrastructure. Ukraine has enforced new emergency power cuts as it races to fix the damage. The grid operator says that the repairs are complicated by cold weather that's causing the wires to ice over. Now, meanwhile, the Kremlin says its forces are still set on seizing parts of eastern and southern Ukraine that Moscow has claimed as its own. None of the 4 provinces that were annexed are fully under Russian control.
Like 2 days ago, there was a missile attack at East. You asked me if I heard. What was it, you think?
I think it was like a big rocket. It calls Iskander or S-3. So it's very, very big, and our thanks God and thanks to Americans, it was our defense.
Yeah.
So we hit.
And it was scary because actually I heard the explosions first before the air alarm.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because I think it's so fast that sometimes they don't have time to even do the alarm. They're like, okay, let's like try to shoot it down, and then we'll warn people.
It usually happens when ballistic, so with these rockets, they launch these rockets, and we hear explosions before the air siren.
Yeah, and so are you not scared to stay in the Kremlin?
No, I got used to this, and we have no choice actually. Well, Europe welcomes us, like we can go there and stay, but I do not really want to go somewhere and stay there. I want to live in Kyiv because it's my native town and I love the city.
Yeah, I feel the same way, even though it's not my native town, but I still love the city. Yeah. Good, that was really good. Is it your friend?
Yeah, it's my sister.
Sister.
She doesn't speak English, but...
Oh, нічого. Yeah, Kunecki mova można dwa. Oh, you really are sisters?
Yeah.
You look the same.
Sisters.
Okay. Can you ask why she decided to stay in Ukraine?
Translate.
Чому ти тут і не Europe?
Це найкраща країна в світі для мене, тому що Тут зовсім інший менталітет людей. І коли ми знаходимося тут навіть під час війни, ми розуміємо, що ми на своєму місці, на своїй рідній землі, а в іншій країні не те.
Can you translate?
Yeah, she said that it's the most wonderful country in the world, and because we have different mentality and different countries, and that's why she wants to live here, because she loves this country and she wants to be exactly here.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Я теж. Okay. Дякую. Okay, I think that's it. I'm just curious, but nice to meet you. It was.
Nice to meet you. To be honest, this is second time when I meet foreigners here in Kyiv, and I'm like a bit surprised because it's really dangerous to stay here.
Yeah.
And you have a choice. You can go home and be there, but you decided to stay with us and show how it all works here.
Maybe we are stupid.
Мы украинцы.
Yeah. You like my case, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I was living here before Russia invaded, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not going to let Russia stop me from living my life.
Yes.
Guys, it was really nice that she came up to me and she was like, "Oh, I saw that you were vlogging. I saw so many videos. Like, thank you for supporting Ukraine, even though you don't have to be here during the war." And it's like nice little reminders like that of why I've been happy to stay. Like, there's honestly been some days where I'm just tired, physically or mentally, emotionally, of the war happening, and I know I don't have to be here. Like, I have the choice of going back to the US or moving, somewhere else in Europe. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have the choice. But as you can see, with these two sisters, that even with the choice, they would rather be here, even with the danger. And if Russia would just stop attacking Ukraine, all would be well. Anyways, back to the workout, guys. Too bad my squat rack is taken though. Alright guys, I think that was a good workout for the first time being back. Not gonna push it too hard. This is definitely more crowded than it is normally. That it was not coming weekends. Well guys, it looks like it's still drizzling. It's probably gonna rain the whole day today. And unfortunately I still don't have hot water at my place until tomorrow morning. Which means another cold shower, guys. So for those who are probably gonna comment or ask why I don't have a boiler, like an individual water heater, actually I do. I turned it off for the season because we have hot water normally, just to save electricity. And also during the blackouts, when you have no electricity, the boiler gets cold, and once the electricity comes back on, you need to reboil 60 liters of water, like 30 gallons of water, 20 something gallons of water. So it takes a lot of electricity, and that's why I shut it off. I could switch it back on, but the hot water is supposed to come back on tomorrow anyway, so I can suffer one more day. Well guys, I just got home, made myself a little protein shake. I'm gonna cook some lunch as well. Yesterday, I made this like kind of concoction, which is literally just ground chicken, some onion, chopped onion, garlic, and some other kind of herbs. I'm gonna make a little chicken patties, Ukrainian style. I think it has some like breadcrumbs in there, some flour, and then easy. Keep that in the fridge. It almost kind of looks like a pancake mixture or something. Maybe I'll make that into smaller portions. And I'm gonna add a little scrambled egg coating on it, just because I like it. Just because it's tasty and healthy, I'm gonna add a little kimchi. Make this little Asian fusion, as I would say. A little more kimchi. I like kimchi. And voila. A little bit of buckwheat, it's a Ukrainian favorite. Done. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see how this looks. Make sure it's actually cooked inside perfectly. Guys, that was a delicious lunch. And I wanted to show you something. This is the first time I've actually seen flowers on this tree. On this white one here. You see it? I think they only last a few days. I'm actually still kind of surprised how green it is. But for sure during actual winter, it's gonna be completely dead. It'll look like nothing can ever grow there, but in spring, this becomes super nice again. I really love it. It's like, it's so fascinating to watch like die and grow and die and grow. Guys, good news. I was just getting some water and I felt my heat is finally back on. It's so nice. I'm so excited. By the way, I'm not playing The Sims. I'm watching a Dutch polo review.
Begint zo bij 4.000, 5.000 €.
Sexy, guys.
Ben je nou ietsje meer uitgegeven en de kilometers dan wat vriendelijker, staan van beter. Je ziet dat snel genoeg of het allemaal ook.
By the way, I'm sorry to the Dutchies out there.
Überhaupt algemeen
It's just the worst sounding language in the world.
Het is een bak, 5,2 koppelingen, dus snel moet ook zo gaan. Let ook op dat die bak niet, of eigenlijk de koppeling niet slipt.
Of course there's a windmill.
Megatronics voor regel.
It's always surprising to me how much easier it is to wash dishes when you have hot water. I always kind of forget until I go camping and we're washing things in cold water. Even with soap, it's so hard to wash dishes. Well guys, I guess heat back on. Just in time though, because I'm going out to meet some friends. Go to the sauna again, my weekly tradition. I'm outside now, guys. The good news, it's not raining anymore. It's pretty cold wearing a sweatshirt and this yellow puff jacket. It isn't like that big of a puff or anything, but it's also my first time wearing a beanie this season. So it's starting to get cold, guys. But at least for now, I have heat. And I really just hope and pray that Russia stops bombing Ukraine's infrastructure and it won't be a repeat of last year. So let's see. Because it's nice to walk out and actually see street lights and advertisements and just life, you know. it's so depressing when it's cold and nobody has power, or all you hear is generators.